Hi, Jolie Gabrielle here, and thank you for joining me for today's meditation deep dive into how the laws of the universe align with the solar plexus, in Sanskrit, the Manipura chakra. How they align, which ones specifically we can use in our meditation to vibrate with the frequency and energy of the specific laws, bringing them in to help us manifest. Now, I've been making these videos because this is my work. I do believe, and I'm trying to prove what all the experts and ancients have said before us, which is if we focus our energy in a specific direction, and we're consistent, and we keep kind of focusing there, and we have positive thoughts, we have visualizations, we meditate, and we keep focused and take action, that we can change and transmute our environment, we can raise our vibration, and we can magnetize in the things that keep us well, abundant, and interconnected with one another. And that's why I'm here. And another reason is because I'm a channel of light and blessings. That's my purpose on this earth. And it is my job to help people deal with their strong emotions in real time, transmuting negative, dark energy into positive, light-based energy, which is going to help us, beings of light, help humanity raise their frequency and vibration. So, yes, a lot of us like to hide as empaths and as people who work with chakras or any of those types of things, energy healers, because it's just easier to hide, but because of the way the world is looking, and it's important that we come out of the shadows and help people take their power back. Because when a society starts to disrespect the women and the children and they no longer hold value, things are starting to erode in a way that can affect all of us negatively. So it's time for us to come out of the shadows, push the tide back, and realign and rebalance ourselves, our environment, and the universe, like Mother Earth, right? Because there's a lot going on, lots of chaos. So it's up to us to sort of soothe the chaos within so that that reverberates without. So let's get to it. So the solar plexus chakra is connected to self-confidence, willpower, and personal empowerment. It is located right beneath the breastbone, like the sternum. These would be the laws that sort of deal with responsibility, willpower, the choices we make, and how much abundance we have in our life. Now, some of you will say, the root chakra deals with our financial prosperity. That is true. However, when we think about abundance as a concept, how expansive are we? How much power do we hold? Are we standing our ground in terms of where our boundaries and our standards and our morals are? So it's more of an abundant energy. Does your energy sort of propagate itself out there in a way where I talk about, you walk in a room, you light it up, babies love to see you, dogs. This is abundance, okay? It doesn't always look like money per se. It could be any type of currency, social, career, anything. That's abundance. Personal responsibility is huge for the solar plexus. Action, self-belief. And here are some of the key universal laws that resonate with the solar plexus. And then I'll also give you some practices that align with it. I'll be doing a meditation, and I see that sometimes people are like, your meditations, but you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep doing it because I know that one day people are going to be flocking to listen to my meditations because they're that good. I want to pat myself on the back. You got a chakra system, and it's called your soul architecture, and it makes you up. And it's no different from your bones, your skin, your hair. These things are a part of you. It's just that we've been sleeping, and also it's been hidden and we've been ignorant. But now that we're waking up, we know that we have these energy centers. And if we can align them with the frequencies and the vibrations of these natural laws, I do believe that we can, like I said again, to reiterate, we can raise our vibration and improve our quality of life, not just individually, but on the whole. So the law of manifestation. Now, like I said, there's 7 laws of the universe, 9 laws of the universe. There's spiritual laws, there's earthly laws, there's so many. So let's just make it real simple. And we'll say that there are 7 universal laws that apply to the chakras. And so some of these have like corollaries or little bullet points underneath them. And one of these is the law of manifestation. So in the solar plexus chakra is really in tune with how you feel about yourself and how much you are willing to exert, take action, to assert yourself and your energy in a way that is respectful of yourself and other people. I'm not asking for steamrolling energy. That's not good. Neither is a doormat. But somewhere in between that is allowing for the energy of the universe to flow, for that light to flow through you, for that interconnectedness to take place, that requires some type of manifestation, right? Meaning you manifest that, it comes in. So this law reflects the solar plexus focus on transferring intentions into reality. Visualize your goals with clear, confident intentions. Okay, so this is not something out there. It's taking a moment. You could be walking down the street with your eyes open and you can see yourself in your beach home. You can see yourself on stage. You can see yourself in the courtroom, litigating, whatever it is that you want to do, your career. I see myself traveling around the world teaching different people meditations. Sometimes I have an interpreter that is doing sign language. Sometimes I have someone that is interpreting in Spanish in a different language. And other times I'm just free for all. Churches are inviting me, governments, corporations. See, okay, now this is how you do it, right? So you want to make sure that you're visualizing your goals and you keep it there. Like you don't want to see this and then see something else. Let's stick with a specific goal, a specific something first. Then we expand on that. So me teaching, I want to teach meditation all over the world. These are my visualizations and they really help. So also setting achievable goals and taking consistent steps towards them. So what does that look like? Okay, for me, starting out, it's these videos. In the past, I used to have classes where people would come in and they would pay and they would sit down and we would meditate together. But now I would like to reach a wider audience. So therefore, I'm in the video and I'm doing the meditation via video. So do you see the steps that I'm taking or we can take together? But this is my specific trajectory or journey. And so you put together yours and you stay in the space of that. Now, sometimes people say, act as if, speak it out there. When you want to manifest, you've got to kind of see the energy as a souffle. What do I mean by that? If you open the oven or if you tell people too soon, sometimes it deflates. So when you are in the space of manifesting and you are meditating, what you are looking at in your visualizations and you're calling in, keep that quiet until the paperwork arrives and the contracts are signed. That way, the energy has the ability to sort of propagate or expand. I don't know how to say that, but it gains momentum. I have all this fantastic vocabulary, highly educated, and then I get on camera and I can't remember all the words. I get very pedestrian. So excuse me, this is another way in which I will begin to improve, because as I get more comfortable making these videos, I will have access to those parts of my brain that are probably feeling like a deer in the headlights when I do this sometimes. But a practice that we can utilize are daily affirmations. They never, go away. Now, I understand some people or many experts, psychologists, studied brains have said, if you don't believe your affirmation, it's just poppycock. However, that repetition of constantly putting that in your mind. Your subconscious is going to grab that at some point. But the way to really get it into the cells is, I love binaural beats. Listening to those sleeping are fantastic. Throughout the day, like I'll have it on in the house throughout the day, just binaural beats, house cleaning, things like this can really help to reinforce your affirmations with binaural beats. Mirror work is quite essential, especially for the solar plexus chakra. What do I mean by mirror work? Getting a mirror and looking at yourself dead in the eye. Take out your contacts, take off your glasses. You want to look yourself dead in the eye and you say your affirmations to yourself. I love you. I love you. You just fall in love with yourself. You are fantastic. This is not a community event. This isn't something that you need to be walking the streets like you're an MC talking about how great you are. This isn't that energy. This is an energy of you working with you and all of the pieces and parts of you, so you come in alignment, so that then you begin to vibrate at a frequency and vibration that matches the things that you want. Now, how does that look within the physical body? The nervous system is so important in being able to calm your cells and your energy, bringing it into balance and making it feel safe, that it's okay to have those things. So breathing with the rhythm of your body while you say your affirmations and visualize, and connecting with that nervous system and that vagus nerve, calming it down, and just in your mind, commanding it to just factory reset. It doesn't need to be healed. There isn't anything wrong with it. Even if there is, don't put that on your nervous system. It is healthy. It is strong. My nervous system supports me. My nervous system is balanced. It's healthy. All of the things that create strength, create confidence, create well-being is what it is you want to bring in to your meditation and visualization and your physical body. Okay, so when we do our daily affirmations and manifestation exercises that affirm our capability and strength, so, an affirmation would be, I am capable of achieving my goals. It really empowers the solar plexus. This is such an important part. Now, we've done the root chakra, the Muladhara, we've done the sacral, the Svadhisthana, and we're here at the solar plexus, the Manipura. These lower three chakras are the chakras of engagement, execution, and action. These are the ones that are usually corded and mined a lot along with the heart. The brain, programming, sounds, visuals, all of that stuff can really work with the brain and get the brain all confused and dissonant. And now you're easy to suck your energy from. But these lower three chakras, we're dealing with the 3D world and being able to move through it. And a lot of us have our switches turned off.
The arts. Well, I don't know. We get conspiracy deep. I don't know. You could poke me if I get weird, but I got put in this program at the Gifted program.
Mm-hmm. Gifted and Talented Education Program.
Do you want to talk about that?
I was in that program.
Okay. No wonder. Yeah. That was started by the CIA, the Central.
What?
Yes, bro. That's part of a MK Ultra. Google this right now and call me a sucker, bro. Oh, he's Googling it right now.
D.O., were you in that program?
I was in a gate program.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
There's a reason who else in this fucking... So that's the thing, bro. They identified us as highly intelligent. And so what happened
yeah, because it was all based on state standardized testing scores.
Or just how weird-ass behavior teachers would rat on us.
Shit, bruh.
Yo, because I tested super high IQ, but I had a learning disability. Dude, take me serious, I swear to God. It's a central intelligence operation that came out of MK Ultra to identify people like us who might serve them, or people that might be a problem to stop us.
And these might have happened to you when you were younger. For those of us that were in GATE programs, in Gifted, things like that, you notice after a period of time, possibly your energy shifted. Energy suck, where you were this energetic child, happy, go lucky, and then all of a sudden, boom, now you are confused, you're not sure, your grades aren't good anymore, or you're still highly functioning, but there's a part of you that is disconnected from self. You understand what I mean? And that's kind of what our educational system does, what our jobs do. Think about it critically. Really think about this critically. God has put you on this planet. It's such a blessing and a gift. Look around you to all the beauty that Mother Earth has to offer you. Nature, everything about nature speaks to us as apex predators, pretty much, that we know of in this 3D world. Healing. Nature just represents like everything, the beauty, everything we want, she's got. But we're chained to a desk 9 to 5, living this existence of trying to pay for things in order to exist, when we weren't put here to do that. We were not put here to do that. No. No, if you really critically think, you will know and feel, I wasn't put here to work for someone else all day and be chained for money and to barter and to put a roof. All of that, we have been bamboozled. All of that was a part of the deal when you got here. And these devils have taken it away from us. And the only way for us to snatch our power back is to get clear about who we are and the power we possess. If you're driving a stick shift, you got to get familiar with all 5 of them gears. You got to practice driving. It's the same thing with your chakras. You want to move your life forward, you're going to have to get into shifting them gears, baby. These chakras are your way out. They're my way out. And I'm going to work. Wheels are going to fall off, baby, because I'm getting where I'm going. The very idea of what's going on, our children are being poisoned, they're being eaten, snatched, kidnapped, people hate each other, fighting, wars, lies, lack of integrity, being gaslit everywhere you turn. It's up to us to move into the energy now of the law of responsibility. So this is the second law with my long-windedness, but I'm very passionate about this because this energy moved me from a place of darkness. Seriously, I cannot even tell you Pariahville to where I am now, to where I love myself. I've got a thriving community of people that love me, that I support. My life is peaceful. I live in a state of bliss. I don't have drama. It's like, it's a whole new world through my chakras. And I'm here. I had 2 babies. They told me I couldn't have them. My life is different. And I'm so grateful. So why? Because I took responsibility for my own energy. I really looked at myself and I had to say, you know what? You suck. You really suck. You're doing things that are not in alignment with who you are. You're a Morton. And Mortons do things a certain way. And I was not living up to those standards of being a Morton and of being a soul on this planet. So that was a huge come to Jesus moment for me because I was out of step with my genetic coding, with my family, with fix it. It's got to be fixed, right? Okay. So personal accountability is important. So like I said, I had to take a look at myself and go, you know what? You're not behaving in ways that support you, serve you, and that honor you. And I had to just one by one. And I speak to having a support system of Clear Sight, Judy Nelson, as well as Lori Lampson. Lori Lampson took me in her bosom and healed me, along with me taking responsibility for my chakra. So let's move on. We have to understand that our decisions play a huge role in our experiences, taking responsibility for our decisions, especially even our mistakes. Like, just own it. It's okay. People really respect you when you own who you are. We've all been labeled and called names, and maybe some of them apply. I had to look at all of the names I've been called, all of the things that people said about me, and I had to do that dance with them. And I had to decide, do I want this? Is this me? Or is this something that I can work to get rid of? I really sat down and went through every single thing I'd ever heard negative about me. And I had a nervous breakdown. in that moment. And then all of a sudden, I cried, I let it out. And then all of a sudden I got neutral and I was just like, I don't give a F. I am who I am. I am all, I am that. I am all and I am nothing. And then I decided to build my own self into who I wanted to be. But the beauty was I was able to accept and look at all of the nasty names I had been called, all of the shame, the humiliation. I just sat with that. And I loved on it for a minute. And I was like, but no, you can't be here with me because you're going to kill me. And I let it go. But that was one of the most powerful moments of transmutation for me as well. So I would just lay on the table, own it. Somebody calls you ugly, be like, you damn right, I'm the best, I'm the prettiest, ugliest person on the planet. Own it, you know what I mean? Take it in. You know what? You're an a-hole. You know what? You got you right. I'm the meanest, baddest mofo a-hole on the planet. You know, just take it all in. If that's who you want to be, walk tall. So a practice in order to really take more responsibility for how you're showing up and who you are is self-reflection. Be grateful for yourself and all of the things that you have. Make a gratitude list and first start with you. What are you grateful for about you? Don't say, oh, I'm grateful I got up and breathed. No, 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 no. You want to say, you know what? I'm grateful that I'm a badass mom, right? Or I'm grateful that I take myself to the gym every day and I do it. I have a discipline. I'm grateful that I am financially and fiscally responsible. Like, write down all of your positive qualities. This is so important because you got to love you. That's the only way out of that quicksand of depression and anxiety is unconditional self-love. And, you know, show up for yourself. And somebody says something to you, and that's who I am. Accept it. And I'm not going to apologize for being me, right? Okay. So when we take responsibility for our actions without self-judgment, we really begin to move forward. That judgment is what we've got to reconcile. We've got to be okay with other people judging us and labeling us and us still being able to move forward. You think that of me? Go forward and think that of me. That's really none of my business. But I'm going to go over here and I'm going to show out. That's all you got to do, right? So also too, journaling. Nowadays, journaling is good, but be very specific when you journal. Let's not journal. We can purge. If you want to purge like the artist's way, talk about your morning pages, you're writing. That's great. First thing in the morning, mind dump. Before you have to go on stage, before you give a presentation, do your journaling in that way to dump out the trash, rip it up, get rid of it. But in this frequency and this energy of where we are in 2024, we want to journal our future. We want to journal what we want, what we are creating. That's what you journal about. You're going to say, I'm on stage and I'm wearing my caftan and in my shoes and the love of my life is looking at me with stars in his eye. Whatever you want, that's what we're writing. We no longer writing nonsense, past energy and negativity. The next one, which is perfect because as we're journaling, right, the pen is very powerful. And if you can speak things into existence, you very well can write them into existence as well. Stories are powerful, and we see that with them in the media and in entertainment. You go to a movie, they make you laugh, they make you cry, they make you angry at the villain. Very visceral feelings. So if we can feel that about something strange or outside of us, like a movie that doesn't even exist, imagine if you would put that into effect in your own life and sit in that energy of you being a winner. Sit in the energy of you being a winner. I'm going to repeat that. Sit in the energy of you being a winner. That's it. No matter where you are sitting in winner energy. Okay? So, actions and outcomes are connected. And the solar plexus drives intentional and conscious action. Intentional. What does that mean? That means that you know what you're going to do. You've set the intention the night before, morning, and then you set about checking off the list of goals, right? And conscious, what does that mean? Being grounded and in your body while you do this, because the point of power is always going to be in the present moment. The future does not exist, neither does the past. The only thing that exists is this moment right now. So being intentional and conscious on your journey is a very important part of balancing this solar plexus chakra. Okay? So aligning with this law means recognizing how your thoughts and actions, we're in the cause and effect, your thoughts and your actions, what you do with that thought, directly impacts your life and your environment. So we always want to remember that. We are our brother's keeper. You saw the havoc that was wreaked according to the book, the good book, the Bible, when somebody said, no, I don't keep my brother. I'm not my brother's keeper. We see this constantly. When we don't listen in the book, what happened? When we don't listen, when we don't follow directions from spirit, right? And the spirit is you. It's your intuition. A middleman, sometimes that's confusing. But your intuition, your consciousness is clear and pure. Your thoughts that come in work to create that clarity there of action. So the practice is to meditate, focusing on bringing your awareness into your solar plexus. You know, I talk about bringing your awareness into that part of the body, right? So bring your awareness there, practice. What is that feeling? I know for me, when I bring my awareness to my chest, I get like tingles, very cool feeling, tingly. It's as if wind chimes are going off in my solar plexus. It's really cool. To begin, you could also just visualize yellow, the warmth of yellow, and just starting in the solar plexus and then starting to expand throughout your body, right? And as it moves throughout your body, all the hair on your head, your fingernails, it starts to move out into your aura layer. And it doesn't have to be like one color of yellow. It could be gradients. It could be watercolors, but whatever it is, encompass yourself in this yellow and make sure it's behind you, cleaning off any energy that's there. You're getting into all of it, right? So the color yellow is a very powerful motivator and balancer of the solar plexus chakra. It can also help you get clear when you want to make those decisions, right? The law of will. Now, these are few of these, you're like, girl, the law of will. Some of these are, like I said, bullet points up under. So the law of will, what does that relate to? The law of will, we have divine transmutation, divine oneness, divine polarity, divine correspondence, cause and effect, attraction, vibration. So the law of will, I guess, would be under something like the law of attraction, possibly. Yes, the law of attraction. So this law of will is going to fall under the law of attraction. The law of the first one that I mentioned, which was the law of manifestation, as under attraction, as well as the law of will. I believe that would land under attraction as well because of the mirror part of that. When you will something, all we've been talking about has been you looking at yourself, your actions, your decisions, getting clear, sitting in your power, seeing yourself there, right? All of that deals with will. But at the end of the day, willpower sometimes is not as lasting. Like our willpower only gets us so far. And then something else has got to sustain us, right? And that hopefully will be the spirit, the goal, the end result, the unspeakable beauty, the vibration, higher, whatever. But whatever gets us there, we attract in who and what we are being and who and what we are. So when we think about our will and how to sculpt that, we want to do it in such a way where we start with a routine. But we want to do it in a way that's not only going to create beauty for ourselves, but our environment. What good is it if we're doing and living this all alone on top of our hill with no one to enjoy it with? Some of us are like, I hate people. I get it. I get it. I want to be at the top of my hill. But most of us would even say, I'd love to be with somebody that is my mate. When we're doing this work, we're definitely doing it for ourselves. But at some point, it needs to be shared with other people, or we benefit by making sure that others in our environment benefit from the work that we're doing. All right. So when we move into will, it's essential. We know that it's essential in attracting and manifesting. And when balanced, this chakra enhances our willpower and resilience, which aids in our personal growth and self-determination. So this chakra is really all about what we believe we are worthy of, deserving of, and can achieve. And if we don't believe it, we're not going to be achieving it. And I know that's very cliche, but it's just the truth. If you don't believe in yourself, it's a hard ass road out here. So the best thing you can do, no matter what hand you've been dealt in life, is to have confidence in yourself and to believe in you and be determined to reach your goals. If you leave it up to this society, you will be broke, homeless on Skid Row, and talking to the clouds. Don't allow for this society to break you. There are like-minded people out here that love you, will support you. It may or may not be your family. It may be something different. However, this life is a blessing, and we have gifts and tools here with which to use to remember who we are, to strive for what it is that is good and right in this society that can lead us to unspeakable beauty, so that we can coexist with one another and feel safe, and our nervous system can relax, and we can then begin to not only manifest and really vibe with these frequencies and vibrations of higher energy, but we can also just create our environment. It reverberates. What's reverberating right now is death and destruction. And what we want to reverberate is this last one, which is the law of abundance. The solar plexus relates to self-worth, and it's crucial for aligning with abundance when balanced. We believe in our worthiness and ability to attract abundance. So let me read that again. When balanced, we believe in our worthiness and ability to attract abundance. We are worthy and deserving of a good life, period. That's it, that's all. Hard stop. This being chained to a cubicle and having to deal with people that in your everyday life, do you even want to deal with them? Would you even be talking to them? Would you even be around them? Would you be sending your kids to school with those kids? We need to start making choices and decisions that really support ourselves and our environment, especially our children, right? So a practice here to align our solar plexus with the law of abundance and really bring in more expansiveness is to practice being grateful all the time. Now, I know I spoke about a gratitude list, but that gratitude list is for you to write down the things that you are good at. I'm grateful that I'm awesome. I'm grateful that I'm beautiful. I'm grateful that I'm just an amazing brainiac, whatever it is. Write it down, 3 of them. What I'm talking about is an action, a gratitude, an opening a door for someone, being grateful for the fact that there's a store here or a restaurant or something that's able to provide for you. Those little simple acts of being kind, opening someone's door, being grateful that your fellow human being is next to you. I know that may seem counterproductive or counterintuitive when I say, do you know if you want to be around this person? Do you know if you want to? What I'm saying is that's the choices that we can make and we should be allowed to make. But when we're in the public sphere and we're living our lives, being kind, being loving, being polite, being respectful are ways of showing gratitude. It just is. And when we're grateful for what we have now, it does foster greater things for us in the future. It fosters that abundance. And when you visualize that bright, warm yellow color in your solar plexus, while affirming your worthy and deservedness, the universe recognizes that and will bring in more positives for you. So just a few additional practices. This is a long video, 37 minutes. So let's wrap it up. So some additional practices I jotted down were aligning the solar plexus by visualizing, a glowing yellow orb in the center of your abdomen and focusing on the feelings of strength and confidence. Your affirmations daily, probably 3 times a day for 5 minutes, and maybe once or twice in the mirror, saying things like, I'm confident, I trust my abilities, and I take purposeful action, especially for those of us that sometimes feel like we're in this pinball machine. Take purposeful action, order your steps. And a great way to begin is just by having a morning routine that has a few non-negotiables, like you work out every morning, or you walk, or you do yoga, or you eat your berries, whatever it is, non-negotiable, right? All right, so the next thing we can do is core exercises. They're really good for the solar plexus, really strengthening your core and the muscles through yoga, such as the boat pose or the plank. They help activate and balance this chakra. So for those of you that are like, I don't know if I want to sit down and meditate, I'd rather do an active form of connecting with it. Yoga is fantastic. Strength training, core, all of that. It just automatically, when you start exercising, the solar plexus chakra just starts recharging. So that's a great way to connect with that one. Also, sun exposure, because this is the chakra that is associated with sunlight. A lot of us are cubicle warriors, and that means that we are under these artificial lights, and I'm telling you, that can really dim your shine. You want to make sure you get that sunlight and you allow for that pineal to get uncalcified. So you get your amethyst, you kind of put it here for as long as you can take it. It's intense. This is just opinion and commentary and what's worked for me. Put it right here, lay in the sun. For me, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, sometimes you can really feel it. But it also will allow for that chakra to expand and recognize its own energy. And when you're in the sun, it's energizing. You just want to get up and do something. So use the sun as a motivator. It really is. Nature is a wonderful teacher as well as support system. Again, I want to tell you how grateful I am to be here doing this work. It's truly an honor and a privilege. I'm always here if you want to connect with me. I love it. This is what I love. This is what I do. And I thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive in the solar plexus aligning with the universal laws. Take care.